In other news, Grand Theft Auto 6 is back in the headlines, according to PC Games In. Grand Theft Auto 6 10-year development cycle would be a very bad idea for anyone but Rockstar, says former Bethesda developer. Is anyone else nervous that GTA 6 won't release this year? I'm starting to lean towards I don't think it's coming out this year after the rumors came out. There's something about the nature of the delays, the leaks that the game isn't even content complete, and the employment lawsuits that Rockstar is currently embroiled in that makes me wonder if the industry-shaking RPG won't see the light of day until 2027. Holy shit. Do not let ball and gun gamers find out that Grand Theft Auto 6 is an RPG. They would fucking lose their... What? RPG? Yes, you are role-playing. I don't know if you get his name. Like, yo, the funny thing about ball and gun gamers, because they don't want to be no sword and potion gamer. You niggas will hop on the T Grizzly server and role play another person and then say you're not playing RPG games. What do you think the R in it stands for, bruh? And then they'll try to, yeah, it's a hood RPG. It's different, bro. You guys are cosplaying as Broadband Bloods and Keyboard Crips. I'm not the only one who's nervous. Former Bethesda lead artist and current indie dev Nate Perkapala, whatever, bro, believes that this scope of the game could be a very bad bet for anyone but Rockstar. While we eagerly wait for the GTA 6 release date, many are wondering whether Rockstar has bitten off more than it can chew. With a rumored $1 billion budget and development cycle lasting over a decade, it had better be one of the greatest games ever made if Rockstar wants to recoup its expenses. But former Bethesda artist knows that this would be a huge risk for most studios, but reckons that Rockstar has the experience to make it work. Rockstar is one of the only studios that has the track record to prove it can actually take its time on these games, he says in an interview with Esports Insider. He argues that for many developers, these enormous projects often just kind of fall apart, even pointing to CG Products Red's the disastrous Cyberpunk 2077 launch after the studio had rapidly expanded and massively increased the scope of the Witcher 3 follow-up. You need to build up to those bigger projects, and a lot of the game industry crashes from too much money being thrown at studios because this one person worked on a successful thing once. I agree with that. You need a team that has all the knowledge and is used to shipping things together. That's a very expensive bet, and I think it's been proven a very bad bet, generally speaking. And a great example is today. Today, in which this stream is happening, for if you see this on Hokage Highlights later, today is January 12th, which is the day, for those unaware, that the servers for Anthem are shutting down. Oh, Lord. So today Anthem servers are shutting down. Now, why did Anthem fail? Anthem failed because it had the wrong team. And this is why I said sometimes it's important to read, and I know you niggas not gonna read, but it's important to read and learn the context of things. The reason why Anthem failed was because it was the wrong team working on it. BioWare should have never worked on Anthem, but EA demanded, and this is the problem with giving publishers too much power and too much say in situations. For those unaware, BioWare is known for making hardcore single-player, narrative-driven, choose-your-own-adventure RPGs. That's what they're known for. Banger after banger after banger. KOTOR 1, Obsidian made KOTOR 2, but you could throw KOTOR 2 in if you want to. Jade's Empire, the Mass Effect trilogy. Just banger after banger after banger. That's what they're known for. And for some reason, EA was like, we need you to make a live service third-person shooter. So what happened was, it was a team that was just not equipped for creating X, Y, and Z. And what happened is Anthem suffered for it, because one of the biggest, outside of the gameplay loop, another big criticism people had of Anthem was the story was lackluster. I don't think we talk about that enough. BioWare, the company that's known for creating amazing stories, published a game with a shitty story because they couldn't focus on it, because EA told them to put together a live service game with a gameplay loop that'll last 10 years. That's not what BioWare is known for. What EA should have done is they should have went out and get on LinkedIn.com and hired a new studio and bring in people who've worked on previous games like Destiny, GTA 5, all these big Fortnite, all these big live service games, bring them in and have them craft something new. The problem is EA didn't want to spend the money because they're fucking cheap. They want to maximize profits and keep that overhead as low. So what happened is, we the gamer suffered because we got a shitty product, and BioWare has been suffering ever since. And the worst part is, BioWare has suffered twice because of this shit, because the same thing happened with the what was it, the Dragon Age game. They also made Dragon Age. How did I forget that? The new Dragon Age game, I don't think it was as bad as everybody said, but it also wasn't what it needed to be. The new Dragon Age that came out like 2 years ago, god damn, time is flying. Oh my god. The new Dragon Age that recently came out, that failed because originally EA wanted them to make a live service game, and then halfway through development, mind you, EA wanted it. They forced them to do it. Halfway through development, EA was like, nah, that ain't it. You guys should make a single player game, nigga. So they had to finagle the assets into a single player game, but the context doesn't fucking matter. And this is what I hate about game conversations or gaming discourse online. BioWare has been set up to fail. And I'm not saying this because I love Mass Effect. I'd be fair to everybody, bruh. Like an example being is like if the same thing was happening to Ubisoft, I would say that, but them niggas just fucking suck, bruh. Like, them niggas suck. And that's why all your best developers are leaving and making bangers like Expedition 33. Damn, 2 forced L's. The publishers got too much power, man. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. So a lot of times people get forced into situations where they're not equipped to create something. That's what happened with Madden. I don't know if that's going on now, but like a few years back, I remember they forced the Madden developers to work on the same engine that Battlefield runs on, Frostbite. And that fucked up Madden for like a few years because, for those unaware, the Frostbite engine is was specifically created for first-person shooters, and EA didn't want to pay to create a new engine, hire the talent to revamp the Madden franchise and create better football physics. Instead, they said, hey, DICE has this engine. Why don't you niggas use this shit? So they had to finagle an engine of tools. Imagine, if you don't understand game development, the best way I can explain to what happened to Madden with the Frostbite engine is, imagine the job requires a hammer and a wrench, and you're given like a slingshot. You're given a slingshot and a blowtorch, and they said, figure it out, nigga. That's not how shit works. You need to hire the correct talent with the correct set of tools and the correct skill set, okay? You wouldn't go to the doctor's office if you need your fucking patio fixed. You'd go to the fucking outside the parking lot at fucking Lowe's or Home Depot. All right, you get the point. You get the point, bro. Oh shit. You get the fucking point, man. You get the fucking point. So yeah, that's a big problem. I agree with this statement. And also, to be fair, because he was saying that, going back to this article, the Bethesda developer was saying it would be a very bad bet if other studios did what Rockstar did and took a 10-year development cycle. I agree, because most studios would run out of cash. But to be fair, I kind of half disagree with this. I agree that Rockstar is getting away with it because they have the clout. The normies, the mainstream casual, they love Rockstar. They can do no wrong because the T Grizzly server is the greatest thing to ever exist. But I do believe that nobody is too big to fail. I believe Rockstar's clout has afforded them the graciousness of the casual audience. But I said it last week. Although they are giving them the patience, you better stick that fucking landing. Because right now you can make that argument, but if the game comes out and it's anything less than a 9, oh, niggas is gonna call this shit a failure. I'm gonna be honest, GTA 6 need to be a 9.5. And I'm not talking about a fringe 9. You know what I mean when I say a fringe 9? A fringe 9 is like a fringe 9 would be like IGN, Kotaku give it a 9, but then everybody else give it like, 8, 7.5 type shit. I'm talking about it needs to be a definitive 9.5. Everybody gives it a 9 or higher. Not no fringe shit where niggas can point to one article and be like pushing it. See, this website gave it a 9. Oh, wait, I thought y'all hated IGN because they gave it a 9. Now it's a 9. I need a definitive universal 9 or higher. Shout out to Treason with the sub. So I think Or super chat, my bad. So I think when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, what they do have working for them is they're afforded the graciousness from the casual audience. But if the game doesn't come out and it's not at least a definitive 9 or higher, oh, people are gonna be pissed. They waited 15 years for this. I've seen it online. I've seen some people say, I want to be a content creator, but I keep stopping and going, but I'm going to wait till Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. When Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, I'm going to go stupid with the role play. And to those content creators, I say, what do you do if this game isn't good? Just some food for thought. What do you do? We've all heard the term, don't put all your eggs in one basket, but for some reason, niggas will do it when it comes to the GTA server. I don't get it. I'm gonna predict an 87 Metacritic. Yo, if it gets like an 87 Metacritic, it's gonna be a crazy meltdown, which by the way, that's a good score. But in games discourse, because it becomes so toxic, that won't be a good enough score. You're gonna have people just going at it online, man. I was in middle school when GTA 5 dropped. I'm a grown man now. GTA 5 came out in 2013. I believe in November, so I would have been 23. I was 23 when GTA 5 came out. I'm 35 now, guys. That's how long it's been. PS3, PS4, PS5. We're about to be on the PS6. Where I was actually that shit is crazy. I seen who was it? It was iPod King Carter. Shout out to iPod King Carter. It was like last year, he posted a picture of him and his son when GTA 5 first came out and he was an infant. And then he posted, I think it was like the day after they announced the original release date, he posted his son was damn near a grown ass man. He's like a young teen. This shit is fucking funny. I can't lie. I want to see the game fail just for the laughs. Nah, I'm never going to do that. Let me tell you why. I think that's bad karma. To wish failure upon something is bad karma. And for me, I'm not gonna collect that. I want people to be happy. So nah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to see people lose their jobs and shit. I genuinely want the game to be good. I want people to be happy. If GTA 6 is good, GTA 6 fans will shut the fuck up about gaming being dead. It's universally good. Listen, if GTA 6 fails, to give you a different perspective, even if you genuinely feel like you want this game to fail, if it does fail, that's bad for the gaming community because these niggas will never shut up, bro. It's gonna be gaming is dead tweets every 5 seconds, YouTube videos, all in your algorithm. You want GTA 6 to be good because it's gonna sedate them. They're gonna go to work to their 9 to 5, and then they're gonna hop on the T Grizzly server and record their mixtape to try to make it out their mama basement. So I'm hoping this game is good. It's bad karma to wish failure upon people. No, we need to root for GTA 6, man. You just sedate them. Exactly, sedate them, bro. Sedate them. Put on the rap station, the rock station, whatever. Get in your foreign whip, pick up a baddie at the strip club and shit like that. Like, I'm good, man. Let them have their fun, bro. Don't be shitting on people's fun. Unless you're sparking zero niggas. Fuck you niggas, bro. I said what I said. That extension you use to transfer playlists. Love the new soundboard. You sparking zero niggas deserve what you got. What was it? Transfer. Well, YouTube Music has one built in. Transfer Spotify playlist. I don't remember what it was called. It was so long ago. Was it Tune My Music or SoundBiz? It was one of these, I think. It was this one. Tune My Music. TuneMyMusic.com. But yeah, see, my shit is right there. It's still right there. It was this one I used. It was literally instant. But just connect your Spotify account and your YouTube account, and then they'll transfer everything. Even some of us non-ball and gun gamers want to play GTA, so hopefully, yeah, exactly. Like GTA appeals to everybody. Even I will be on it. Like, I'm at least try it because if it's good, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cloud it up. I think hating for no reason is bad karma. I can't stress that enough. I'm not gonna just hate on no shit for no fucking reason. I'm gonna hate for a reason. Trust and believe. Other news. This is actually a terrible segue. Well, no, it's not, because I just said that I'm only gonna hate for a reason. They deserve to be hated on. I take that back. GameStop, it's a good year. GameStop is kicking off 2026 by reportedly shutting down hundreds of stores. The coming of the new year is a good time to take stock and look at the 12 months ahead of with a sense of optimism. According to a new report from Polygon, however, GameStop has instead decided to kick off 2026 by shutting down hundreds of its stores in the US. News of such closures apparently came as quite the shock to employees, with signs being hastily pasted to storefronts confirming the news. To add insult to injury, the same signs offered up an extra 20% of trade-in credit if customers head to the alternative GameStop locations. Many customers have reportedly noted that the same store closures have left them with a few alternatives, with one Reddit commenter stating that the nearest store is now 1.5 hours away. Where the fuck you live at, in Montana? Because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's way too many GameStops. I feel like one of the things GameStop did was actually cannibalize itself. If you live in a major city, it's nothing to find a GameStop, like 5 GameStops within a fucking 10-mile radius. I feel like they cannibalized themselves by putting so many versus expanding in states that needed more. Because like this person that said that one's an hour and a half away, that state or city, wherever they're at, they probably needed more versus putting 1,000 in fucking DC and 100,000 in New York and shit like that. You know, I hate to see people lose their jobs, but on the flip side, you know, GameStop did it to themselves. I thought about it this morning when I was reading this article. I don't, and I'm not trying to be facetious when I say this, I don't have a single positive memory in my fucking life of GameStop.
Lock them up.
Oh, man.
Lock them up.
First of all, my first memory of GameStop would be walking to what used to be an EB Games for me. I'm about to show my age and I really don't care. But if you from the DMV, you know, Pentagon City Mall. I don't know if it's still there, but the GameStop that's at Pentagon City Mall used to be at EB Games. And I remember walking into that bitch one day after school with me and some friends hanging out and shit. And one day it was just a GameStop. And it was just all down. I was like, what the fuck is this shit, bro? And that's where my story happened to me in middle school. Like, well, me seeing it changing happened before. But shortly after, that's my story of my first experience at GameStop when I tried to trade in like 20 games and they tried to give me $4 for that shit. I've never had a positive experience at EB Games. EB Games at Pentagon City is a legend. Yeah, I'm old. We had EB Games in St. Louis too. EB Games was, if you don't know EB Games was the only direct competitor to GameStop. It was a game, at least a large chain, because you have mom and pop shops, right? It was the only large chain that was a direct competitor to GameStop. It was a gaming specialty store. But the difference between EB Games and GameStop is, in my opinion, they put the consumer first. It was identical to GameStop. The difference is they gave you good trading credit. They had good prices on their games. They always had good deals. So it felt like they did good business. Then GameStop bought them out and it was just all downhill. Yeah, legacy gamer. Like, but I was thinking about, I was like, yo, do I have a positive experience at GameStop? Every time, the only time I go to GameStop is because I have to. I can't find it online. I can't find it at Best Buy. I can't find it at Costco. We ain't shopping at Target, nigga. I don't have a Walmart nearby. I don't live in the mountains, so. But that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, the only time I go to GameStop is if I absolutely have to, as a last resort. And every time you walk in there, I swear, the moment you open the door to walk into GameStop, the world is colorful, but you enter the GameStop, life just becomes gray. It's like you playing fucking Expedition 33 and everything turned gray. Everybody's sad. Niggas begging you to pre-order Madden 3005. Nigga, I don't even know if I'm gonna be alive back then in that time. I mean, what are you talking about? Madden 3005, which how does Gambino? Fucking Lego bricks everywhere, snot-nosed kids touching everything. Half the display is PS4 games. GameStop, it's 2026. Jesus fucking Christ, man. So it doesn't surprise me that they're failing. The only thing that surprises me is that they're still hanging on. Because I swear at least 3 to 4 times a year, we read these articles about them failing. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this shit to bankrupt. Yeah, Funko Pops everywhere, t-shirts that nobody asked for, AI generated t-shirts. AI generated t-shirts of Sonic the Hedgehog holding the Master Shield and the Master Sword with a Minish cap and a blunt in his mouth. Like, bro, if you get this shit the fuck out my fucking face, Lego bricks everywhere. That place sucks, man. That place fucking sucks. Do you want to pre-order Madden 2045, FIFA 3650? What the fuck are y'all talking? $5 down. I don't got it, champ. I just came here for a fucking spare. Y'all don't got no spare controllers? No, we don't, but we got the used controller. Y'all know they got the used controllers hanging on the wall in the Ziploc bag, charging you $65 for it. Nigga, this shit is worth 20 at most. And then the worst part is the game controllers, the used hardware, the game controllers and shit, they be in a Ziploc bag, and that bitch don't even be clean. I swear to God, every Ziploc bag with a controller at GameStop be pissy yellow, because that bitch be sitting there for so long, it be eating up the condensation in the air. Everybody stank ass breath, because half the people in there, especially the employees, got stank ass breath. Niggas farting and sneezing everywhere. Like, why the bag yellow? Why the fucking bag yellow, man? What's going on, man? I hate that place. I hate that place. So for me, to the day I die is World War GameStop. You've never done anything positive for the fucking gaming community. Fuck that place, bro. Selling games is new. Shit is terrible. Yeah, vaping behind the counter and shit. It's estimated that up to 296 stores closed in the first week of 2026. With even well-performing locations being given the chop. It seems likely that such drastic action is somewhat linked to the recent announcement that CEO Ryan Cohen could bag a pay packet worth an astonishing $35 billion, but if only the retailer is able to reach a market cap. So this man's trying to do some sneaky stock shit. This is roughly 10 times his current value at $9.3 billion. So see, this is another reason to hate them, bruh. They're closing stores, they're failing, but don't worry, guys. The CEO is making sure that he gets a pay grade raise. You guys deserve your failure if there's any business. I got a modded Modern Warfare 2 controller from GameStop back in 2014, and that bitch had residue and sticky buttons. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you buy used stuff from like that from like any type of game store, you should always wipe that shit down, bro, off rip, because you don't know who that belonged to. You can never assume that another gamer has the same hygiene as you. I remember going to one GameStop and they had roaches in there everywhere, and they just standing in that shit, bro. More horrible PC gaming news. RAM prices is up. SSD prices is up. GPU prices is up. And it looks like there's more to being added to the list. It looks like even power supplies and CPU coolers are set to rise in price. We already know the memory supply crisis is bad, but a new challenger threatens to further put the screws on PC gamers' wallets. If you were still hoping to upgrade your hardware this year, you better do it soon, as a leaked letter suggests PSUs and CPU coolers may soon go up in price by as much as 10%. While you may think that AI is yet again to blame, data centers don't typically use consumer-grade kits and otherwise operating with an amount of hardware that pales in comparison to millions of PC consumers buy every year. No, something even more fundamental may be to blame here. The leak mission reportedly from this Chinese electronic technology store, I guess, to its partners claims price increases are a result of rising upstream of raw material costs for copper, silver, and tin. That makes sense. So rare earth minerals. The letter goes on to explain that new orders for CPU coolers will see a price increase ranging from 6 to 8%, and power supplies will be subject to uptick between 6 to 10%, man. So, you know, don't be surprised. If you were hoping for the PlayStation 6 to have liquid cooling in it, yeah, that's out the question. Y'all niggas gonna have to stick to fans, bro. Make sure to clean your fans, man. So does that mean indirectly AI? You could argue indirectly AI, because all this technology uses rare earth minerals. So yeah, you could argue, but it's not directly because of that. But yeah, I see what you're saying. You could blame AI pretty much. It's just consuming everything. So I guess the point I'm trying to make to you guys is take care of your PCs, especially like clean it out. Because I'm not gonna lie, usually one of the first things to go is actually your PSU, your power supply. Clean your shit out, man. Clean your shit out. I clean mine at least once a month. Just some food for thought, because it's only gonna get worse. Micron, the company that announced that they are no longer going to be selling RAM to consumers this year, says it's not to blame for its high memory prices. There's just not enough supply to go around. So nigga, you are to blame. Like what? You chose to only sell to AI companies. That's why there's not enough to go around. Here we go with the propaganda. Another day, another reminder that we're in the midst of a memory crisis, this time for Micron. This time, though, the company is responding directly to the idea that memory manufacturers like itself are to blame for rising consumer memory prices. tech publication WCCF Tech asked Micron's VP of Marketing, Mobile and Client Business Unit about this. He said, "Our viewpoint is that we're trying to help consumers around the world. We're just doing it through different channels. What's going on right now is that the TAM, total addressable market, and data center is growing just absolutely tremendously, and we all want to make sure that as a company we help fulfill that TAM as well as possible." Translation: all these billionaires, Amazon, Walmart, Target, whatever, they are building out data centers. Facebook, Meta, they're building out data centers, and we want to make sure that they have enough to poison your air and use all your fucking drinking water before you get any, because they can guarantee that big contracts for us to get money. And it's only going to get worse too, because Facebook just announced that they're building a big ass data center too. Let me see. Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg announced that shit today. Meta signs 3 deals for nuclear energy to power AI data centers. That's not the one. I know it was in the group chat. Anybody got a link to that shit? Facebook, new data center. They're trying to. Damn, I should have saved that shit from the group chat. They're building one here in Louisiana. You said, what the fuck? They paying the bills, not y'all. Basically, that's what they're saying. You gotta trust me on this one. I don't care to pull that shit up that much anyway. The point is that, yeah, Facebook just announced they're building a big ass data center. And they want to make sure that everybody gets their shit before anything else. I've seen some corporate cocksuckers try to argue that the data, like RAM and GPUs being high in price, is not that big of a deal, because eventually when these data centers are built, the prices will come down. The problem with that argument is it's pro corporation. First of all, you're assuming that they're going to stop building more data centers. And then also, these data centers take a long time to build. I know one of them that announced they're not going to be done until like 2030 something. So the prices are just never going to, like, I don't know when it happened, but this corporate cocksucking, I don't get it, man. Like, I don't understand why people don't want lives to be better for us as people. But I think I read too that billionaires are they're trying to create a freedom state or something like that. Hold up, let me see this shit. Let me pull this up in the group chat. Let me pull this. I know Siggy linked it. Something about Microsoft CEO. They're trying to buy fucking Greenland and establish like a new state or some shit. Like, bro, like, goddamn, is anything for us? GeForce Now sales about to be booming. Man, don't buy that shit. Yeah, Freedom City. Matter of fact, let me search that, because I don't see it in the group chat. Freedom City news. Yeah, there it is right there. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and Sam Altman. If you don't know Sam Altman, he's the CEO of ChatGPT. Among billionaires investing in Freedom City to be built on Greenland. Mind you, they're talking about invading Greenland, and the billionaires are already picking out their plots on the fucking land. Why are we defending this shit? They're just buying up the whole fucking world, and they're gonna build more data. Also, you know what's in Greenland? I don't know if you guys know, because for some of you wondering why is he talking about Greenland all of a sudden? I don't know if y'all know. Greenland is one of the biggest holders of rare earth minerals, and all the billionaires are buying up land over there and shit. We were just reading all this shit stop talking about this shit, T-Man. Stop talking about this shit. All this shit is fucking connected. They're going to fuck us. Vote this year, please. Vote. Get these motherfuckers regulated. Capitalist imperialism. We are the fire nation, bruh. Like, you need more land, nigga? Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, more lighthearted shit. Bro, I don't understand billionaires. Like, you can buy anything and that's not enough. So like, those type of people are great. Before we move on, those type of people are a great example of how money actually doesn't buy happiness. And that's why, and you should get your bag. I always say that. Get your coins, get your bag. But also understand there are other ways in life to be rich. The reason why those people want more and more is because they're devoid of things that actually matter. A great example is actually Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the richest person in the world, and he can buy anything he wants. But what's the number one thing that he wants that he can't buy? It's for people to like him. It's very obvious in his demeanor. He wishes people liked them. They're rich, their bank account is rich, but their soul is poor. They have no family, no friends. Nobody likes these niggas, bruh. So they become almost like dark holes, just absorbing more and more and more and more and more. So like I said, get your money, but then after a certain point, you have to ask yourself, all right, I'm comfortable. I got some money saved up. What's some new hobbies I can get? What's a relationship I can build with people? Like, make sure you focus on other things. That shit is true. The truth is in the middle. Money does not buy happiness, but also understand, get your bag and find something in between. But ninjas be racist as fuck too. Well, yeah, that's a different conversation. I don't even think Elon's own father likes him. Yeah, it's probably because his dad is an actual. Well, I think they're both racist, but his dad is a proud, open racist. Elon's dad probably doesn't like him because he tries to hide it. Elon likes the dog whistle, so his dad probably thinks he's a pussy because his dad is an old-fashioned, open racist. I come from the apartheid. Fuck them niggas, bro. Elon is always trying to do dog whistles and shit. I don't like that shit. His dad's a piece of shit. They all are. In other news, Intel Panther Lake. I was about to say something. I'll leave it alone. Intel Panther Lake 30-watt handhelds to be similar in performance versus the Sony PS6. So for those unaware, last year at CES, one of the big announcements was Intel is working on the CPU manufacturer. They're also rumored to be getting in the GPUs, but right now just CPUs. They announced they are working on their own line of handheld gaming PCs, think like the Steam Deck, MSI Claw, ROG Ally. And now the rumor is it's going to have the performance of a PlayStation 6. I need to clear my goddamn sinuses. 1 second, y'all. My bad. Bad sinuses. But yeah, their handhelds are rumored to have the power of the PS6, which is crazy because we don't even know what the power of the PS6 is. I was never suicidal. Intel's Panther Lake gaming handhelds will likely be more effective against Sony's PS6 handheld than AMD's Z series. At CES, Intel confirmed that it's entering the gaming handheld market in a big way with its Panther Lake SoCs. While previously Intel lineups such as Meteor Lake and Lunar Lake have seen dedicated handhelds, none of them have been able to compete well against the diverse portfolio that AMD has to offer with the Z series. They're basically talking about smaller chipsets handhelds. Lunar Lake did introduce a few good products such as the MSI Claw, but it appears that Intel will be changing its handheld approach significantly with Panther Lake. Shout out to Jonathan Space Cowboy with the super chat. He said it's time to have a conversation about these corporate defenders who will go to the ends of the earth to contradict themselves. Yeah, I don't know when that shit happened. I feel like it's a new phenomenon over the last 10 years, which it really weirds me out. I love Costco. I think they have great products, but the moment they start acting funky, I'll spin on them niggas too, bro. I do not care. It's a fucking corporation. They're here to serve us and nothing else. But I think it stems from the idea that I think that hustle culture that was popular like 5-10 years ago, that Gary V type of stuff. Then you got the red pill stuff. Gary V is like the light end. Then you got the red pill stuff coming. I think that super hustle culture got drilled into a lot of younger dudes who believe they are going to be the next billionaire, and they fail to realize statistically most of us will never become a billionaire. So because they think they're the next one, they rather hold out that selfish dream of becoming the next billionaire to rule the world versus doing something that helps everybody. I think that's part of the problem. And most of them niggas end up being broke. So I believe it 100% stems from the early stages of Reaganomics. Of course, it's always Reagan. He's the devil. As the company announces at CES, Intel Panther Lake will go all in on the handheld ecosystem. And besides the standard Core Ultra Series 3 lineup, the handheld will be dedicated with Panther Lake Intel CPUs designed specifically for handheld gaming. I mean, you get the gist of it, bro. This is all nerd shit that nobody fucking cares about. Hustle culture plus consumerism plus social media. Yeah, social media plays a role in it too. People comparing lives to one another. This is cool that they're working on handhelds that'll be comparable to the power of the PS6, whatever that means, because we don't even know what the PS6 is going to do. But I'd say who cares, because none of us can be able to afford it. What does it matter? The price of everything is going up, and you're gonna shove the power of something that's not even available yet inside of a handheld. So it's gonna have to be specialty parts that are crafted and made smaller. It's gonna be more expensive. The RAM prices through the roof, GPU prices through the roof, CPU prices through the roof. This shit will not be affordable. There's no way this thing is not starting at $1,000. I think bare minimum 1,500. Like, it's just no way. Rockstar added Charlie Kirk to the profanity filter. I saw that. I didn't put that in the list of articles. I didn't want to talk about that because I have nothing positive to say. If you don't have anything, my parents taught me I'm old school. If you don't have nothing positive to say about somebody, don't say nothing at all. That man can't defend himself. So I don't have nothing to say about that. What was I going to say? The Xbox game just passed. Oh, the Xbox game. This Xbox game. You said you a better person than me. I gotta be careful, man. People will be clipping shit and taking shit out of context. So I don't got nothing positive to say. Just don't ask me about nothing about you. You hear me? You should know what I think. I be singing on this stream. Charlie Kirky. I just found a perky. You should know what I think. This game just passed $300 million in revenue on the PS5. Reports say. You talking out your neck right now? In regards to what? Unless you're talking about somebody in the chat. I just bought a perky. Microsoft's Forza Horizon 5 continues to be a huge hit on PlayStation, it seems. Research from Alinea Analytics claims that the game just recently passed 5 million copies sold on the PS5. This works out to more than $300 million in revenue on the PS. You said who said that? You know it was a YouTube chat nigga. But to be fair, I don't know what he's referencing. The chat is moving really quickly, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and let him answer the question. The one that said I'm talking out my neck. Trying to see if we got a coon in the chat. We got to confirm the coon before we kill him. Alien said this data proves why Microsoft is keen to release more of its. I believe in to ask questions first. I'm not just gonna shoot you. Some more questions. I think he was making a Kirk pun. Oh, okay. That's what it was. Just making sure. That's just it. We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He was making a joke. I get it now. I'm tired. Xbox move to a third party is no mystery, especially given Microsoft's lofty profitability mandates, Elliot said. As Microsoft, no, I get it now. I'm tired, y'all. The chat is moving 100 miles an hour. I'm tired. That's my fault. I didn't ban him. He cool. He good. We get it. Yeah, we get it. I'm not gonna get everything, bro. I'm reading. As Microsoft does not keep 100% of the revenue, as Sony gets a cut of its platform fee, the industry standard revenue share is 70-30. Forza Horizon 5 has been putting up strong sales on the PlayStation for a while already, so it's nice to hear it cross 5 million in sales on the PS5. Translation: the console war, once again, ladies and gentlemen, is not real. And that's the only reason I brought this article up. And I'm not gonna lie. It's on both sides, but these days in 2026, I feel like the main people, I feel like the console war is like the Mandalorian. You know, after the Empire fell and you got Moff Gideon. You got some Moff Gideon ass niggas in the Sony camp. It's there. I don't feel like the console war is 100% there anymore, especially since crossplay. But I feel like you got some Moff Gideons running around, you know, with YouTube channels on the PlayStation side of things, trying to keep the good fight alive. And I'm just here to remind you guys that the console war is not real, because PlayStation niggas shit on Xbox niggas all the time. And one of the best selling games on PlayStation is an Xbox game. Matter of fact, they're keeping the Game Pass alive. So the point of me bringing up this article is, although some Sony ponies, what I'm about to say, don't know if you're not a Sony pony, I'm not talking about you. We're talking about the stands that talk a lot of shit and participate in the console war. If you got your sword out, ready to fight the good fight, just remember you are subsidizing the company that you claim to hate by buying their games when they come to their platform, bruh. The console war is not real. Play what you fucking like. The remnants of the console war, bruh. Grown ass men with helmets and fucking Minecraft diamond ore swords fighting the good fight for corporations. I see more Xbox niggas trying to make console wars than Sony nerds. It could, and to be fair, it could be my algorithm. That's why. It depends on your algorithm. I feel like on my algorithm, I see more PlayStation guys. But what I will say is when I do see Xbox guys they go super hard. I feel like there's more PlayStation people in the console war, but the Xbox niggas, the ones that are in the console war, they're crazy for real. Wolverine release date? Nah, there's no release date. I talked about it on the podcast, youtube.com/GI updates, weekly podcast. It's rumored October, September. I believe it's probably going to come out in October just because GTA 6 is supposed to come out in November. It doesn't make sense Wolverine to release it in November. Although I think if Wolverine did release in November, it would be fine fighting up against GTA 6. It's just, I don't think they'll maximize their sales if you're forcing people to buy between GTA 6 and Wolverine. Them releasing it in October versus November is the difference between, I don't know, pushing 5 million first month and like maybe 3 million. So like they're smart to push it up a little bit, I think. But that's just the rumor. That's not confirmed. New Fable. The new Fable is being shown off this week. We'll be talking about it in the podcast, the Xbox Direct. There's an Xbox Direct this week. Did you hear anything about the Blade movie being canceled? I did. They said they're turning it into a Midnight Suns movie. I have no hope for that shit, guys. Let's pack up. Let's just pack it up, man. That movie ain't fucking coming up.
Lock 'em up.
Whatever bum ass script they got for Blade, lock it up. Lock it up. It ain't coming out. And if it does, I have no faith it's gonna be good because we've been waiting 6 years for that shit. In other news, Ninja Theory's Project Mara was shelved. I don't even know what that is. And Hellblade 3 is the studio's next game, it's claimed. Ninja Theory is no longer actively developing the experimental horror title Project Mara, which was announced over 5 years ago. That's why I don't know what it is, because I never even heard of that shit. Windows Central's Jeff Corden, a reliable Microsoft insider he is, confirmed this in a recent episode of the Xbox 2 podcast at the 36-minute mark when he said Project Mara was just a concept. It's not a game they are currently working on. It might be something they work on eventually, but Project Mara is not a game that is currently being worked on at Ninja Theory. The cancellation will certainly end years of speculation about Xbox's ambitious horror experience. Unfortunate. Oh, there's a teaser. Does anybody remember this shit? Shit, breathing hard as hell. This had to have been a trailer that was released in the middle of like E3 or Summer's Games Fest and just got lost in translation because I do not remember this shit. Like why they got a torta breathing on the fucking mic, bro? Like, this is a torta trailer. Ladies and gentlemen, Ninja Theory presents Torta, the video game. You gonna eat your cornbread? I'm for real. You gonna eat that shit? Nah, nigga, it's cool. We good off this, bro. We good off. I don't remember this game. Torta ASMR. Oh shit. It's unfortunate that they canceled this game. Jokes aside, because I'm not gonna lie, Hellblade 3, guys, I don't care. I believe y'all when y'all say Hellblade 1 was a solid game, but I didn't play it. I played Hellblade 2, and I'm here to let you guys know. Hellblade 2 was 5 hours long, and it was the longest 5 hours that I ever played. It was the first 5-hour game that I ever played that felt like it was 15. It was just, the game was pretty. The sound design was amazing. The story was halfway interesting, but the combat was super repetitive, and it was 90% walking. And the reason I know that shit was ass, because 90% of players did not beat it. We pulled that article up. It said in the achievement, the game is you know your game is ass when we look at the achievements, and 90% of players who touched the game did not beat it, and it's only 5 hours. The only reason I beat Hellblade 2 was because it was 5 hours. I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna run through it because it's super short. But if that game was 20 hours, bruh. That's what I would have told him. Get off the hard drive. You need to leave. So it was basically the Avatar movies. Tight shit. So I mean, maybe they'll improve the gameplay and add more actual gameplay. But Hellblade 2 felt like a glorified tech demo. It was one of the best looking games of the year that it came out. Like I said, the sound design was cool. The story was interesting, but the gameplay was not it, man. I'm part of that 90% that beat it. Yeah, y'all think I'm playing? Let's see. Hold up. 90% didn't finish. Hellblade 2. I said 23. Okay. Nearly 90% of Hellblade 2 Xbox players have not completed the story. You think I'm playing? They did it from pulling up the achievements. Looking at the global Xbox achievement data for Hellblade 2, nearly 90% of Hellblade 2 Xbox players have not completed the story. Now this was June 2024, so this is like a year and a half ago. Let's see what's the percentage now? What's the final achievement? Is this it? Oh my god, I think that's the final base game, exclusive DLC. I think that's the final achievement, right? All right, if this is the final achievement right here, base game, only 16% of people beat the game. So 84%, it's still 84% of people almost 2 years later still have not beat this fucking game. It's only 5 hours long. Yeah, and it's on Game Pass. So like it still stands for the most part. Like this game was not it. It was not it. 60% for the first game, at least on PlayStation. Yeah, a lot of people love that shit, bro. And it says it took on average people 6 to 8 hours. I mean, whatever, bro. That's all I got for you. Let me hop in the sub box real quick and see if there's anything. Damn, I remember and I was hyped about it. I was hyped about it too because a lot of y'all hyped it up, and once again the chat let me down, man. Chat always let me down. Shit. What we got? Let me see if there's anything in the sub box. Any interesting trailers I should be aware of? New gaming tech. Why is this an hour long? I would watch this if it was like 10. You running it back from Simon? Actually, I bought the game. I am. That's what I'm doing tonight. I'm running the fade with Simon. I'm about to destroy my mental health. Actually, I don't even know if I'm gonna fight him tonight because I'm gonna redo my builds. Hard kill gameplay. Have you tried Pigface? Nah, what's that? Veil of the Witch. GI podcast. What the fuck is this? I'm good off that. I can't enjoy Hellblade because Plague Tale exists and it hits that area. It's just tragic what they did to the series, man. What they did to the series. Yeah, I don't see nothing interesting. You see the Paramount news? Nah, what happened? Are you gonna do the DLC too? Nigga, can I beat Simon first? Like that's my dream. Let's try to beat Simon first, okay? I'm trying to mentally prepare for that. You talking about the DLC, no, nigga. Let's just try to get through that fight first.
Shouldn't you be with your people south of the stream?
Chieftain, Amora has been taken.
We chat.
Man, I'm gonna play this off stream, man. We're gonna finish this mission up off stream.